Hey, good morning. It is Monday the 13th, a little after 8 a.m. I wanted to get on here this morning and share a little story with you guys, and maybe it'd make you laugh a little bit. Let me set the story up. So I was about 12 years old, somewhere around there, maybe a little older. We grew up way out in the country on little back roads, and we lived in this two-story house. It was at the time, it was over 100 years old then. It was rough, you know. So we lived in this two-story house, and there was a creek about 150 yards below us. On the other side of the road, there was a little road that ran around our house and went down to the, you could go walk down to the creek. But me being 12 years old, I was never allowed to do that on my own. And I always had to have my big brother or sister go with me. And they was always doing their thing, and, so it was either mom and dad had to go with me. So Dad finally agreed to let me go down to the creek on my own. And man, I felt like an adult, felt 10 foot tall. Couldn't believe it. Grabbing my BB gun, man, I was ready to go. So I remember walking across the road, and I was nervous and just so happy. I went down through the field and through the woods and went down to the creek. So I'm down there, just having a blast, taking a stick, messing around in the creek there, playing around. Just couldn't believe I was able to get out there on my own. I felt so grown up, responsible. So, but I noticed in the distance, I seen somebody. And I looked, and it was Mom and Dad coming down from the other side of the creek, spying on me to make sure I'm okay. So, I seen them coming near. They were a good ways off. So I hid behind some trees and just, and so they're just looking around, just trying to find me, check on me, see if I'm doing okay. So they start walking down the creek on the opposite side, and so I started following them. I stayed about 50 yards away, and as I went down through the creek, through the other side and following them, hiding behind trees, and they were still looking for me as they're going down through there. I'm sure they're thinking, oh man, where's this kid at now? We give him a little bit and he takes a ton. So man, I've got a little bit worried. I'm like, I've never been this far down the creek before. Man, I got about a mile down the creek bank, way down through there. And Mom and Dad stopped on like a log and sat down. Now I'm on the other side of the creek, and there was a log on my side too. It was parallel to the creek. So, I thought I was an army man. So I got down low and low crawled up to this log to look over it. When I looked over this log to see what Mom and Dad's doing, it wasn't Mom and Dad. It was two complete strangers. I have no idea who these people are. They were just two people enjoying a walk on a beautiful day. And here I was, a mile away from home, in a place I've never been. Thought I was following my mom and dad. Scared to death. My little 12-year-old heart just flying. So I just knew, everything in your mind, you're thinking the worst. These people are gonna take me, So like an explosion, I came up from behind that log and took off running. Everything I had to to go back up to back to Mom and Daddy's house. Man, I just knew they were right on my heels. I knew it. But, I mean, you couldn't have caught me for nothing. I was like a rabbit. So, I got all the way up to the top of the hill before I even looked back. Finally looked back, and of course, they're not behind me. Scared to death. Jumped across the fence, went across the road, back up into my yard. And I never told Mom and Dad that, because the last thing I wanted to do is tell them I walked a mile away from where they told me to stay and me not being able to do that again ever. So I guess the moral of this whole story is, you can be following somebody and it seems right. It seems right. You can be following them, doing everything you think you're doing right. But then when you get close enough to them, you see the truth, who they really are. And common sense kicks in. And just like me when I was 12 years old, get out of there. Go back to what you know, to who you know. Go back to your roots, and you'll be a lot better for it. But I hope you guys have a good day. It's Monday, start of this week. I'm gonna be wide open. So, a lot of stuff to do. I got a big splinter in my finger. Got a lot of stuff to do this week, and I'll keep you guys updated on some of the things I do. So, yuns, have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.